day number 1 of the update sneak peeks. We have the 10 new gadgets as well as the balance changes to get straight away into. Let's freaking do this. Colette's new gadget is called Gotcha. On activation, Colette's shot heal herself for 5 seconds for 80% of the damage dealt. All right, this is going to be absolutely insane, especially up against this boss robot. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. We can get in 4 basic attacks. Now that is a lot of healing, dude. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Now the people that you're shooting at in game aren't just going to be standing still or anything like that, but even just one shot is a lot of healing if you manage to land it. I love this gadget. BB's new gadget coming out is called Extra Sticky. BB's next spitball slows down enemies on hits for 2 seconds. Normally gadgets that have to do with the super are a little bit harder to utilize than most gadgets, but a slow is always good in Brawl Stars, so I'm excited to see whether or not this is going to be pretty dang good in Brawl Stars. Let's go. Yeah, look at that. And if you're able to land the bounce more than once up against someone, like getting a really good choke point with the bubble, they're going to be like infinitely slowed, like in Brawl Ball or something like that. That's pretty good. Moving along to Grom's new gadget, Radio Check. Grom's next attack throws 3 buds in rapid succession. Now, before we get too scared of this gadget, the shots all go in the same exact spot, right? So if you dodge one, you can dodge them all, but this is going to be good for straight up damage, or if people are in a really awkward choke point and can't dodge your shots, that can literally be like team wipe potential. It's nuts. Moving along to Belle's gadget here called Reverse Polarity. Belle's next electro bolt bounces from walls. Okay, this is actually really interesting. Let's go. Oh, okay. I see. Dang, that's interesting. What the heck? It's not a gadget that's making me freak out or anything like that, but I could see how this might be useful in certain situations. That's really interesting, dude. Oh my gosh, guys. Fangs is awesome. It's called Roundhouse Kick. Fangs spins and hits all enemies around him, stunning them for 1 second. I think this is going to be actually really good for Fangs. The idea is you super in and then immediately use your gadget to stun the person that you're going for to minimize damage. Next is Ash's. It's called Rotten Banana. Ash loses 20% of his HP and instantly gains 50% rage. Guys, I really like this gadget. It's a phenomenal way to close the gaps between someone that's running away from you. It's basically a speed increase on the dot, as well as an attack damage increase. You just hit the button and bam, you're faster and you're dealing more damage. Not to mention, it works really well with his star powers. You click a button, you have faster reload speed when using this one. And when you're using this one, it's just going to be that much more simple to get your rage bar completely full, right? Now getting into the ones that we saw in the Brawl Talk, first is Lola, Stunt Double. Lola and her ego switch locations and recover 350 HP. Dude, whenever we're talking about like teleportation or anything like that, it just increases a brawler's mobility, which is always so dang good in Brawl Stars. I mean, I can use my ego, go all the way up there, and bam. That's awesome. Now I'm curious, is there any limitation to distance? Let's get our ego like all the way up there, right? Oh, there is a limitation to distance. So we can't travel like the entire map, but so that's around the max distance. That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Next up, we have M's called Acid Spray. M's next blast of hairspray can pass through walls, but deals 20% less damage. This is a very first for Brawl Stars, a regular brawler being able to shoot through walls. It's going to be really interesting to explore how this performs in Brawl Stars. Byron's is super interesting. It's called Booster Shots. Byron's next attack shoots 3 darts instead of 1, each dealing 20% less damage and 40% less healing. This is super interesting. Let's see. So the chip damage, power level 11 Byron is 510 damage. If we land all 3 of the shots on an individual, we're dealing 1,224 chip damage. Wow. And the same goes for the healing. I know it's 40% less, but if you land all 3, it's going to be a decent amount. All right, let's get this max. 918 per second of healing. That's crazy. And not to mention, the utility of this gadget is phenomenal. Its base purpose is being able to land a shot when you need to, right? You don't have to be a skill shot brawler because you're shooting off 3. And then the final gadget of the 10 is, of course, Squeak, called Residue. Squeak's next exploding goo blobs gives allies sight into bushes for 15 seconds. You know, I kind of like that. It's not like vision across the entire map, but it's a pinpoint location. So it's going to be the radius of your basic attack, as you can see, or it's a tiny bit smaller than that, but in that radius, all those bushes are going to be available to see for 15 seconds. Gotta be honest with you guys, I think my favorite one is Colette here. I'm curious to see if it's going to work on things like a high safe. All right, let's see. Nope, it doesn't work on high safes, but it does work on people. Gosh, I'm a fan of this. I'm a huge fan. Look at this sustain. They can't kill me. It's awesome. And while we're still talking about Colette, I gotta try this out, right guys? This will be a little taste as to what's to come with future gadget tests around the corner. All right, so we have 15 power cubes and we got a Primo that we're going up against. So let's see how much damage we can do to this guy. All right, so here we are. Let's see. We got the damage gear as well. Come here, Primo. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, 7 on. This is ridiculous. 7,000 HP. Now, before we get into the balance changes, I think it's imperative that we showcase this broken combination now. As we all know, the health gear is getting a change here in this update. It now allows you to regenerate health just a flat 50% faster. But I think we all thought this when it first came out. When used in tandem with well-oiled here on Tick, it's going to be nutty. Guys, we gotta do it. And you all already know we are going to be absolutely limit testing all these new gadgets and stuff like that here in future videos. Like how much can we heal up with Colette with one shot and a ton of other things. It's going to be so much freaking fun, guys. Just attack me, Colette. Do it, dude. You're going to have to. I'm pushing you in the corner. Bots are so dumb. All right. How fast can we heal? Oh my gosh. Come on, Colette. You can do better than that. We are unkillable. Yeah, he's getting it now. Good job, Colette. You can do it. Hey, come back here. The indestructible Tick. Come back here, Colette. She's afraid. She's running away. Have you seen anything more scary in your life? But now it's time for the balance changes, which I always like to speed run through these. So we're going to go over all of them and then give my impressions at the end. Starting off with the buffs, Jackie is getting a buff to her hard hat damage reduction from 15 now to 20%. B is also getting a buff to her shield. It is now 30% damage reduction as opposed to 20. Gail's stun on his first star power is going to last an additional 0.5 seconds for a total of 1.5 now. Griff got an attack damage increase of 40 per basic attack. When maxed out, it deals 390 now. I gotta see this, guys. We're talking about 9 shots here. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. Ruff's got an attack damage increase of 60 per basic attack. When maxed out, he's going to be dealing now 1,680. Max also got an attack damage increase of 40 per basic attack. When maxed out, dealing 510 now. But now it's time to get into the reworks slash buffs here. As we all thought in the Brawl Talk, Mr. P is now getting an innate ability change to his character. Revolving Door is now going to be just a base ability for him. So yeah, Mr. P is going to be able to get that bounce on his suitcase all the time now, no matter if you have a star power or anything like that, starting at power level 1. So because of that, Revolving Door is now all Robo Porters from the home base now have 20% more health and 30% higher damage. So as you can see here, the Robo Porter has 2,520 HP and now deals 507 damage per attack. So then you may be wondering what the charge bar is. It is the first star power. So Handle with Care now is every 4 seconds, the explosion damage of Mr. P's next attack is increased by 40%. So let's test this bad boy out. We get the damage increase on the last bounce. So that's dealing an additional about 500 damage with that. That's nuts. But now, you guys, getting into the rework I don't think we were expecting. Incendiary is now just an innate ability with Brock. And because of that, as you can see, we now have a new star power for Brock. More rockets. Rocket Rain now rains down 44% more rockets. It's insane. So taking a look at the super now, look at this. Look at all those rockets, dude. Yeah, that's beautiful. Holy crap. That's a lot of damage. But next up, getting straight away into the nerfs. So Grom had a change to his projectile speed mechanics. So no matter what distance you throw it, it's going to land the same exact time. He also got a tweak to the range of his projectiles. They're decreased from 25 to 17. I'm sure you guys can notice that. And he also got a small buff. It now takes 6 shots in order to get your super, with the bug being fixed where there's only like a fraction of super left to get. Tara's getting an attack damage decrease of 20 per card, now dealing 660 when maxed out. And moving along to the last one, unnecessary nerf in my opinion. Darryl's rolling shield now only reduces 50% damage as opposed to 90. It was nice to see Darryl super OP in the meta, but I think this is really important. He was insanely hard to kill with that shield, right? But yeah, guys, that's it for the balance changes. Not gonna lie, I'm a pretty dang big fan of all of them. Really like the reworks for Mr. P and especially Brock. We got a new star power out of it, which looks really, really fun to to use, 44% more rockets. And then on top of that, the rest of the balance changes are looking pretty dang good. I'm looking forward to see how it refreshes the meta, right? Of course, be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about all of them in the comments down below. I love to hear your opinions. But yeah, everyone, that's it for update sneak peek number 1. Things are looking really exciting here for season 11. Be sure to stay tuned for update sneak peek number 2 right around the corner. I'm sure you're not going to want to miss that. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Keep having fun, Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios. Take care.